Hi Jenny, my name's Brandon from Brickify. I had spoke to Macy on the phone and she suggested that I send over this video to you. My goal here is just to add some value to you and just show you some things that I noticed that might help your business kind of boost your online presence so that you can reach more customers and have more of an impact that way. And so I came across a couple of things that I think will be valuable to you. And first off, when I looked at the site, I'm really impressed. The site looks really nice. It's very clean. It's very organized. It looks like there's different keywords that are bolded, which is a really good trick to telling Google, hey, pay attention to this content right here specifically, which helps with ranking and all that kind of stuff. So the site looks really, really nice actually. And so but what I noticed was that when I Google Norman, Oklahoma Fence Company, y'all come in here at number 11. And so if you were to Google the Norman, Oklahoma Fence Company, then you see what the top three are. And, ideally you would want to be in the top three because just statistically speaking, whoever kind of ranks into this top three section is most likely going to get the calls from the customers. So they can click more businesses and find you, but they're most likely going to stick here. And so I was basically just trying to understand what was going on that was causing you to not rank as high. And I found a couple things that I think this will be really helpful to you. So the first thing is on your Google My Business just page here. If you were to go in and update this with a little bit more information, I think that would help just by itself. For example, you have one photo here. If we were to look over at this company, this is sitting in the number one spot. You'll be able to see that they actually have quite a bit more photos. And so, all these photos you can save with different keywords and stuff like that. And that will help it to rank. And so having more photos than the competition and saving them as keywords will help boost your presence online in the Google Map portion specifically. And then also, I don't see a description here listed of what your company really is. So obviously it's a fence company, but you have the option when you go into the Google My Business page to put a 750 character description about who you are. And so if you add that, Google likes to see that. You can also incorporate some keywords in there as well. And so the next thing is like I noticed that you were ranking on page here. I found you here, DG Fence Company, and then it lists you here in this other directory, but it's on page 6. So this really surprised me because I was noticing that the site looks really good. It's got the keywords bolded and stuff like that. And so, the next thing that I kind of try to pay attention to is citations and backlinks. And citations is basically your business name, address, phone number, etc., as it appears on Google. And when I did that, I noticed that you actually have 37 citations, which far surpasses all of the competition by quite a bit. And so, I would recommend to these companies that they aim for 35 or 40 to boost their online presence. But, now with seeing how high you are on there, they would need to, have 50 citations to start competing with you on that front. And so the next thing is backlinks. And backlinks is basically when your site is listed somewhere else and a customer clicks on it and it redirects to your site, that would be a backlink. And so I looked at, this is the number 2 spot on the list, and they have 26 backlinks, which is not a ton. And so then I looked up your website, and you actually have 370. So, so you're beating everybody on citations. You're far surpassing everybody on the backlinks, and your website looks really good and has all of the has keywords bolded and stuff like that. And so I really was like, well, why aren't they ranking higher? They should be ranking higher. And then I figured it out. So when you look here in the Google Maps, it says the area served is Norman and the nearby areas, right? And when I look at your website, it talks a lot about Oklahoma City. So I think what you would want to do is basically add a page that's specifically geared towards Norman. And here's why I think you should do that. I think this will really blow your mind. So if I did some research on the keyword Norman, Oklahoma Fence Company, and here's some of the different kind of phrases and things that Google is noticing when they're looking at those keywords. So you can see the different variations here: Fence Company Norman, Oklahoma, and Norman, Oklahoma Fence Company. And then if you do chain link fencing or privacy fencing, or do repairs and stuff like that, you can see there's hundreds and hundreds of searches every single month in Norman, Oklahoma. And so actually it ends up being over 1,600 searches every single month just on these ones that I have highlighted for fencing in Norman, Oklahoma. And so I think that the reason that you're not ranking higher under the keyword Norman, Oklahoma Fence Company is just because your website doesn't talk about Norman very much. So even though on the Google My Business page it shows that Norman is kind of the jumping off point, but your website seems to focus more on Oklahoma City, which is obviously fine because I'm sure there's plenty of work in Oklahoma City. But when we look at these keywords, this number on the right column here, that's the keyword difficulty, and that means that it's easy to rank. So if you were to incorporate these keywords on a page specifically for what you do in Norman, Oklahoma, then that page would rank very quickly, and you would climb the charts organically on Google and be on page 1 fairly fast. And then also, if you just update that information on the website and then update your information in the Google My Business portion, then I think you'll see a tremendous climb on where you appear when people are looking for Norman, Oklahoma Fence Company. And just to reiterate, that's well over 1,000 people that are looking that up every single month in Norman. So if you target Norman in your website, and not just Oklahoma City, then you'll take advantage of a lot of search volume there, and be able to serve a lot more customers. So anyway, I help people to do that, and it looks like you have a pretty good website person. But if you wanted someone to work on that, then I'd be happy to help with that, or also on updating your Google My Business page. But either way, I hope this information is valuable to you. It looks like you're doing really good work over there. So anyway, I hope this helps. Have a blessed day.